Whoa, Gutterball 64 coming hot at you after some audio difficulty. Real quick before we get into the great topics we got for you, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. You want to be a guest? Drop it in the comments, DM us, comment on all our socials. Get at us, man. Get on Gutterball before we're too big and you can't come on. You've been lacking, but got lacking. Yeah, this is a dance party. Y'all want to be a part of this, you know what I'm saying? We got an awesome guest coming next week for y'all, so stay tuned for that. Paul, what's up? What's new in your world? Popping.
Doing good, just down at the Gutterball dance party. We should sponsor a rave of sorts. I'm doing good, but one thing I want to bring up before I forget, there's been a weird spike down here in there's always been raves and stuff that go on all the time down here, but they've been doing I get themed raves, but it's all been kid shows and movies lately. So they did a Shrek rave where dress up as Shrek and everything's green, and they did a Bikini Bottom rave or something, and I was just like, what the fuck's going on? I'm getting ads for this shit. There's really posters up downtown.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Jack?
I'm good. Chilling, just trying to find my foot in, really trying to add new improvements to my life, finding out what my routine is adding micro changes to it, make myself a little more efficient. I'm down to 185 in terms of weight. I got the abs going. I got the inner, inner abs going, what I'm saying? Got the V going. Yeah, I know I'm looking tight as fuck. Just, still dropping weight. But other than that, doing pretty good, more of the same old shit. Just been grinding out.
Good, man. That's good to hear. It's funny. I literally have an exact opposite topic on the list of just called being lazy. And that's literally been me lately. And I think it's because I don't really have a structure anymore. Because now that I don't do the boxing or any of the workouts due to the surgery recovery, I don't do anything. It's kind of made everything else fall apart, including my diet, including just having the energy to want to work on things, whether it be ceramic stuff or fucking with my camera. That's one thing I've kind of been mad at myself about. Is two things. Is I've barely been playing the PS5 since I got it, which is whatever, video game can always wait. But the one thing I'm kind of pissed off about is I really thought that I would be jumping into my camera a lot more, which I am, but not as much as I want to. At the end of my workday, I'm so tired, whatever, and I don't know what it is. It's been a big string of lazy lately, but I think once I get that structure back, things will get better. But right now, not so great.
Yeah, as long as your diet, but also exercise helps me. And you can miss strides, you can fuck up, but obviously no one gets a free ride, at the end of the day. So it's just good to, find little hobbies and shit. Can I just swap topic real quick?
Yeah.
So, Paul, I might have fucked up a little bit. So at 5:30, I took one of these edibles because I was like, oh, we're going to start the cast in 15 minutes, so it won't kick in. But now it's 6:35. So it's been about an hour, and usually they don't work on me, dude. And the guy at the smoke shop said that these were really good. So it's like, oh, I'll try it.
How much are those a piece?
175.
A piece?
Yeah, a piece. And see, here's the thing about me and edibles in my past with experience with them is they never have an effect on me or really do anything. Literally never. Even homemade ones, and then ones I bought at the shop, real ones didn't work. So I told the guy, I'm like, I could take them. He's like, man, I don't even take a third of them. And I'm like, I'll take them all. So I took one, and it honestly did it's getting me higher and higher progressively, but not to a point where I don't.
Do you remember at that concert a long while ago where I ate that entire Nerds rope?
Yeah,
Jackson, that thing was 200 milligrams. You're about 25 off there, pal. You might be going on a fucking ride.
Nah, dude, but here's the thing, it's crazy, is these actually work on me, and I don't know what it is about the other times I took edibles. Maybe
those are probably some hybrid.
Yeah, honestly.
They're HHC or Delta 20 million.
No, actually, which is legal in my state, which I reside in. THCP, Delta 9, so real THC, and then THCX. Which I don't know what that means.
I think that's Delta 10 or whatever it is, and it's literally just HHC, Delta 8, all of them combined into a little fucking crock pot. Yeah, they got the dude in there with the big stick, and they're just dumping shit in there. What's this?
Dude, smoke, dude. It's a wedge cackling.
Yeah, dude.
She's over there just dumping
There's
shit in.
what should we put in? How about this bottle of unmarked pills? Okay,
Yeah,
they just fucking pop the
tuna
cap.
fed. No, I imagine in a Chinese factory, since that's where it's all coming from and shit. They're like, oh, rat, throw her in, throw whatever, fucking pesticides, whatever.
This
They don't give
batch
a
is gonna
fuck.
be spicier. Throws like an anaconda snake in it or some shit.
Oh yeah, it's fucking filthy. Yeah, no, there's a certain amount of bugs and rats you can put inside food, like
Oh yeah,
feces and shit. Dude,
100%.
hey, you know what I found out? A really creepy fact. I'm pretty sure if I might be a little mistaken, but I think candy corn is like 80% bugs. It comes from bug like fat when you mash them all down. That's what candy corn and all that shit. Like, what's that
Damn it.
company Brax, BRACH, Brakes or whatever they are. It's all bug parts. Stop. Look it up.
I like candy
Yeah,
candy
dude,
corn,
it's like
dude.
Snowpiercer. I'm serious. Look, at
Whatever.
least, dude, over 50% of it is just bug fat. I don't care, I'll still eat it, but I don't like it that
They
much
add sugar
anymore.
to it and they
I
make
think
it
about
taste
it.
good. Who cares?
They really
I
do.
mean, there are
Yeah.
literally countries that only eat bugs. So, I mean, I
Mhm.
guess at least we have
That's
the
topic.
at least we have the nice, to make it not look like a bug, I guess is quite nice,
Mhm. Yeah.
Over here, add some
Well,
sugar to it, a little coloring.
yeah. No, it doesn't. Yeah, that helps. You got to do that for Americans. We can't just eat the straight up
It's
bugs. We're
just
not there yet.
it's just a fly painted like candy corn, just orange, white, and yellow. It's just
That'd be foul. Dude, honestly, if like you gave me candy corn and that was my only thing I could suffice on and that was enough, it carried enough nutrition, I'd be like, all right, it's cool that it's bugs, but I don't just want to eat bugs, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Spice her up, throw her in something else. I
Well,
don't know, throw
bugs
some
have
tomato sauce
protein,
on
I
them.
think.
Oh yeah, they do.
There's no way
Well,
there's any fucking protein in
well,
candy corn.
in the next 30 years, you'll be eating bugs and you'll be happy about it. So get
Yeah.
ready. World economic reform. It's coming soon, boy. That's actually a topic on there. I put just like not really a conspiracy theory, but what their mission statement is about.
Well,
Tiny
get into the
houses, rents, and
topic then.
everything. Oh, it was just a little side tangent I was
Oh,
going
okay.
on. Pretty much they're promoting a lot of tiny house idea, which I don't really like at all.
It's a
Like
joke.
small house,
The
micro
one
house.
already went bankrupt in Duluth.
Yeah, I mean, like in the companies, yeah, but it's like just owning a small house and not having a big footprint or not having children is just
Yeah.
a really dangerous and I think stupid fucking statement. We're not underpopulated. We need more people actually on the earth. We're in a huge decline. But there's so many in one area. How do we swap that up? All going to India. That's bad. We need to fucking disperse them a little bit. But
Okay, here's the deal. I like
yeah,
the idea of a tiny footprint, tiny house, but you can still have a tiny house and have kids. It's just,
no.
it's not, at that point, it's not a tiny house. It's just, what would you even call it? Efficient living is what
Wait,
I
hold
would
on.
call it.
How could we define tiny house? What does a tiny house do? I know like there's dimensions,
Yeah.
but like
So
I don't know.
I
Like
don't
maybe
know
like
if there's actual categories. Maybe to construction people there is. This is how I would put it. When somebody tells me a tiny house, I think of it as a 1 to 2 person, really small, usually one person. Like I'm talking tiny house, like
how wide?
smaller than the size of like your normal outdoor back shed, smaller than that, or about the size of that. But when
About 8 feet
but when I
less.
think of like efficient living, I think you can still live tiny, but like you could have kids and have like it's not a tiny house, but say it's the size of 2 sheds, 3 sheds.
Mhm,
It's still tiny. It ain't double floors. It ain't don't got a
mhm.
basement. Maybe it does have a basement. Maybe we start giving these things little tiny basements for storage. I don't know. But yeah, that's an interesting thing. Like what
No,
constitutes a tiny house?
well, no. I think it's like 5 feet by like 8 or some shit. Like 5 feet wide, 8 feet long or some shit.
It's
Yeah, I've
about
seen
this
real
room.
tiny ones. But if you have a house about this room, honestly, yeah, it'd be about this room. One story as well. But if you have kids in a tiny house, that kid is gonna slit your throat in your sleep. I promise you, it's just gonna happen. They're just gonna go crazy. You can't do that. Your kid's not gonna acclimate well to anything. Children need their own private space to fully develop. So
That
that's just gonna
does make
be
sense.
a
Like having
recipe
your
for
own room
a disaster.
or
Yeah,
something.
I just don't like the whole notion that I don't like the idea that I don't have a dining room table or a bed or a TV on the wall. And maybe I'm like a materialistic fuck, but yeah, I am, and that's what I want. And this is what we've built for ourselves in America. So fuck you.
Yeah.
You guys don't have it. That's tough. But I'm gonna take that advantage and use that.
Do
I want
you
like a real house.
do you ever watch like van life YouTube videos or any of those things or off grid living or any of that stuff on YouTube ever?
Oh yeah, I watch a
See,
lot of
like
that.
that stuff interests me, but then when you really think about, oh, I'll buy this van, convert it, money aside, say you have all the money, you do it. That is not something you want for a long period of time. I think you have to be a special kind of person, like little to no family or no strings attached. You don't have a girlfriend. If you have an animal, it's got to be a dog, because I don't think a cat could live in a fucking van, or maybe in a tiny home. But you know what I mean, like van
Depends
life
on yeah,
particularly.
cats
Yeah,
are dick.
but like it's just like, think about, at the end of the day, you want a full shower. You want to have that full
Ugh,
bathtub.
yeah.
And like you just don't have that. And I think it's really cool when people do it. Good for them when they make it work. I know YouTubers I watch that full-time job, really good, get paid well. They literally live in their like van that they've built out, like a nice van or a nice truck or whatever car. There's a guy that I think I watched in a freaking Camaro that he converted his Camaro, which I
Yeah.
thought was really interesting. And yeah, I don't know. It's just really fucking. It's
That
really
just
for a
sounds so
particular person.
miserable.
Uh,
Dude, I just don't like the idea of not having my own bathroom and shower. Like that,
yeah,
dude, I honestly I don't go number 2 in public like rarely, dog. Like in high
I do
school,
all the
in middle
time.
school, I can count I went to the bathroom. I know how many times, 4 times I went number 2 in middle school and high school. I would drive home from high school to go to
I
my
think
own
you just need to
bathroom.
get over it.
You know why I was late all the time, Paul? Fuck you. I'd be like, I gotta go home and go to the bathroom, then come back. Don't ever diss someone for bathroom. I'm just a very personal bathroom thing. I will go on a bathroom tangent if you need me to. Our bathrooms are next to a third world country.
We've talked
Embarrassing.
about this.
Japan is leagues ahead of us. Our bathrooms are terrible. Fucking America's fallen. This is the reason why democracy is failing right now. Fucking embarrassing. That's a short right there. I like that. I might
Yeah,
clip that. I just
yeah,
remembered that. I'm gonna
yeah.
do
I'll
that.
put the brief pause for you on purpose. So
Japan is better than America. That's the title right there. Oh, I got it. Do we
just
make
because
shorts
of
while we're
bathrooms.
working?
God.
Yeah, it's because of that. Literally, yeah, they are.
Here's the deal. When it comes to that, like so off-grid living, totally different. That could involve a van, but let's
That's
kind of
cool.
separate it. Off-grid living is literally when, like, you buy a piece of land and you build a small cabin on it. You don't have electricity, you don't have plumbing, you don't have water, and you're basically having to survive on your own. Now, I've been watching a lot of that too, entirely different, but you still need some type of income. Like, with all this stuff, you still need some type of income. If you're going to build out a van and live in it, you need to be able to pay the car's insurance and maintenance on the car. And you're going to need to do maintenance to your off-grid cabin, but you also need to pay that property tax. Like, there's no way you're getting away from property tax. Can you get away from electrical, plumbing, water? Sure, all those utilities,
Well,
100%, but you still have to pay a property tax. Like, you
most
can't.
of those, I've seen most of those. Yeah, you can't get away from property tax. Sorry to interrupt you, but most of those people I've seen have generators and
Well, that's the
they
thing.
have their own water because they have those big water collectors. I saw that one
I'm
guy had
talking
like a
about from the city. Like,
oh,
off grid,
the
like, you
city,
have
yeah.
electricity, but it's your generator. You have water, but it's a well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Oh no, I get what you mean. Yeah, it
you,
was implied. I
yeah,
just
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
catch
It's
that. I
okay.
got you. I got you.
Like, you just don't, like, you don't got pipes, and you don't got plumbing,
Mhm.
whatever. You got a fucking outhouse, whatever. But there's still like money involved. So, like, even though you're doing the day to day, making the homestead life run, right? Probably have chickens of some sort. You probably have a garden. You chop firewood because you have to make your own, source of heat. You don't have AC. And if you do, it's probably run off a generator and it doesn't last very
Mhm.
long, kind of deal. But yeah, so there's like pros and cons to all of it. Now, with that all aside, what does interest me in that realm is overlanding, which is just simply having a vehicle built out like that. Maybe not as crazy as like some of those vans where they literally have like an entire house in them, like
Mhm.
whatever. But something that you can just keep in the garage. It's like an RV, but it's a van or a truck that you've built out. And then, like, you want to go on like a cross country trip and you just have it. Like, it's not, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like overlanding. Like, you're going to come back at some point, but you just need
Well then,
something to get you along the way.
at that point, if you had money, just get a big ass nice RV. You know.
I don't know. An RV is almost overkill. Like, say if me and Destiny wanted to go cross country, we wouldn't need a whole fucking RV. Like,
But wouldn't it be
it
nice to
would be
have a whole
nice.
fucking RV? I
But
think
like
I
storing that fucking thing, and where do you
Mhm.
put it? I mean, like, I'd rent one. I'm sure that's a thing. Um,
Oh, you'd have to do that. Yeah, honestly, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Just rent one, I guess, if you
yeah.
want to go that. But yeah, just really don't like the idea of not showering or my own bathroom. Obviously, you could shower, but you'd have to find some gym membership that you could like that's like across the United States you could go to that has
Planet
showers.
Fitness.
I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure Planet Fitness would be good.
Or just, I mean, when you're doing an overlanding trip, it's different because it's only a designated amount of time you're going to come back. So say it's like a month.
Mhm.
Like I would just, I don't know, every couple nights or something, just stay at a really cheap Motel 6, like the
Get a
cheapest hotel,
shower,
just to
yeah.
get a
You
shower.
can get a
And
you get a hotel room, a cheap ass one for like about fucking $60. I know, dude, they're not that bad. Um, nah, if you want to go that route, I lost my train of thought.
it's all good.
Oh, I was just thinking, like hollowing out, what's his name? John Travolta. He hollowed out like a Boeing 747, and he has that in his backyard. I think that'd also be really cool to live in.
Oh, that
But
is
more than that,
cool.
off the grid, dude. If you want to go off the grid, you got to go underground. I would love an underground house. Picture this:
Like
you come up to a concrete wall, like it's just a concrete box. It's literally like let's say like 4 by 4 by 4.
yeah.
That's it. You open the door, straight down the stairs. There's my house, man. That's all I
You wouldn't
want.
want
That's
it by
going
4
early.
in height, though.
I know.
I know what you mean, though.
Not in height, but like I guess you know what? I am retarded.
It's
That
okay.
doesn't work.
It's okay.
Yeah, that'd be like a small ass place. But yeah, an underground.
Jackson's in there like this the whole time.
Yeah. Well, that'd be very conspicuous. You would think a hobbit lives there, and you definitely wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to go in there. You knew a
Jack's
hobbit
down there
was in
for years, and now he's just like this when he comes out.
No, it's in the side of a mountain, so you get the natural sunlight.
Okay,
It's gonna be
yeah,
sick.
that's sick.
Oh man, that underground house. That's where it's at.
So I was going to ask you, you would build an underground house? What I would do is I would just try to find, which is very difficult, is just a remote cave. Like a hole in the ground that just opens up into something you can spelunk into, or you got a rope or something. And just like, you already have a room then. And then you just build it out.
You want to go down the rope? What if you have groceries? How are you gonna get down there? You're like, oh shit!
I just throw them down the fucking hole. Just
yeah,
put them
you
in
got
like
soda cans. How are you gonna do your milk? How are you gonna get your milk down
you
there?
just tie a rope around a basket and just hoist it down. I don't know.
Yeah, put the lotion in there too. You fucking psycho! You're to throw people down your hole.
I don't know. I've also been watching a lot of cave spelunking, so that's why I
could just see, dude. Fuck that. That's scary. I
I
have
think
cave
it's
spelunking. That's a topic as well, dude. You're gonna have like a coyote walk around in the middle of the night, and fall into your hole, and it's gonna be coyote.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't put the house like right in the like. I'd make sure you have to go down the hole and go through some type of door. It wouldn't be just like a fucking.
You wanted to spelunk. It's just in the ground.
A fucking raccoon falls in there some night. Just starts fucking ruining the
off.
place. Yeah,
that'd be so fucking stupid. No, cave spelunking would be one because some guy's trapped right now. This in New Jersey, an explorer is trapped 3,000 feet in a Turkish cave, dude. They're trying to rescue him right now.
So a guy from New Jersey is in Turkey and he's stuck in a cave.
Yeah, he was just an explorer, doing his.
How did he get trapped? Do you know any details?
I'm not super sure in the details. I just clicked and like watched like 1-2 minute video, but yeah, he's trapped in there, man. I just wanted to really talk about more spelunking on that and how terrifying spelunking is. But also, my heart's out to that guy because they're rescuing him as you speak. So hopefully they get him out. Seems like they're getting him supplies though.
So with spelunking, I bet you I can do you one better. I bet you your biggest fear is probably scuba spelunking, where those people that literally they go under, they find the caves in the water, and they go through there. Cave diving, yeah, exactly. That shit is way terrifying. I'm not that terrified of regular cave spelunking. Like I would like to at some point, go on one of those guided tours where you go with like a dude and like a group of like 5 to 10 people. And it's like a well-known open cave. It isn't like maybe there's one point I have to use like a rappel or a rope. But other than that, you're walking around in the cave and just taking photos and pictures. I think that's cool. But if I do that, I sure as hell am making sure that in my backpack, I have like a couple like dry food. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Just in case something goes off. But
yeah, no, that's always good to have a backup, but I don't want to splunk anyway. Have you heard that story of Cowboy Cerrone?
Oh, dude, Cowboy Cerrone. Dude,
have you heard that?
Badass fighter, and he's a badass dude in real life. But yeah, that cave spelunking story, horrifying.
Scared. He told it really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it made me picture that how scared, and dude, it really is just darkness. And the scariest thought to me, and I've had this happen in water too, is when you don't know you're going up or down.
I know.
When you don't know that, dude, that's scary as fuck.
Think about
dude.
that. Think about like what happened to him. All that dust got kicked up, and say somebody grabs you and just spins you around randomly. You wouldn't know where to go.
Yeah, dude, that's
you would need to have like whatever they call all the meterings and gauges for like
I'm sure there's a
underwater.
way now or some
I'm
shit.
sure like one of those is like, you know how we have a compass, northeast, west, south.
Mm.
I guarantee you we have some type of whatever compass, tachometer, whatever they call that certain device that just tells you whether you're going up or down. And what I'm assuming that would just be like like diving or sea level or something
Yeah, right.
related to
Don't
that. We're
also
dumb.
like
I don't know what that is, but
I know they don't wear that, but they definitely have those vests that you pull and it releases
oh, it
that
brings you to the
parachute and it just
surface.
throws you up. Yeah, like you if you had one of those, I'd go in the water if I had one of those. I'd be pretty
Yeah,
solid.
but you
Just
wouldn't
learn
do it.
how to
You're
take a
cave
step.
diving and you do it and you're just at the top of the cave
Well,
now.
yeah, cave dive doesn't make sense. I'm not
Yeah.
going in a cave. Never in the.
Water.
I barely want to go in the water. I'm not going in a cave. What are you, psycho? If I have to crawl through anything, we're done. That's it. We're finished. If I even have to crouch down a little bit, I can't even get into my own house. So it's
No, the types of caves I won't fuck with on land though are those ones where like to get in and out of a lot of them, it's like a opening
yeah,
like this big and you have to slide your body. I'm not gonna do that.
dude. Those videos on YouTube, no.
No. But like I'm talking about, if it's just a hole in the ground you can spelunk down into and it's a big open area, or it's like one you walk into from the side of a mountain or something, I'm cool with that.
Oh
I'll
wait,
check all that shit out.
you know what? I would do it if you had a cyanide capsule in my mouth. It'd be like, oh, I'm stuck. This is it. I guess I'm chewing it. That'd be the only way I'd do it.
As right as you do it, the flashlight from around the corner. Oh hey, we found you.
Oh, I got the
trying to
cyanide.
throw up.
Dude. Well, I'm not gonna sit in there in agony while I
too
wait to get
late.
rescued.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pop the pill.
yeah.
Yeah. You gotta have it in your mouth too, and a fake tooth, you know, because you can't reach for it if you're hung up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But dude, there's another really famous story of this man named Josh, a very young kid. He got stuck into this the Nutty Putty Cave, like a well-known cave in like Missouri or maybe not Missouri or some shit. I can't remember. Look up the story, Paul. Really horrifying. He got stuck essentially. So here's the hole, like, and there was a small opening down. He was stuck like this, head down, feet up, and he stayed. Yeah, dude, he was like in that spot for like 12 hours
That
before he
is
got
not
head
good
rush
for
and
you.
died. Yeah, dude, it was really really sad because he got all turned around, and mind you, the gap is just like it fits his body. That's it. You can't turn around or anything. You can't even go back. Look that up. It's really, really sad, but they have like a good documentation on it, and they shut that cave down. But
That is sad, but you know what that really makes me think about? That really makes me think about how like reliant we are as like a human race on just the gravity and just how perfect it is for our atmosphere to house us as living, you know, as like everything had to be basically perfect for us to exist. And that one thing that always got me is like, oh, if I literally just somebody hung me upside down for 12 hours, I'd just be dead because all the blood would
even
just go to my
shorter
head, I'd pass out and I'd die. Yeah, even short,
Yeah.
yeah, probably even shorter. But it's just like, because fuck, I do that for 60 seconds and I already feel uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just like crazy how like gravity does have that effect, and we are meant to be standing upright or laying down at the, you know, the very least for sleeping. But it's interesting.
No, yeah, no. I remember going on a camping trip for Cub Scouts, and it was kind of on a hill, not really, but a little bit on a slant, and we
Yeah.
kind of had to be. There was no way, and it wasn't like so much noticeable. But his dad's like, "Don't lay with your head this way, because if you do, you'll get head rush and fucking die." And we're like, I'm like all scared about it, and his kid was like, "I'm gonna do it anyway," and sure, lo and behold, that kid died. No, he's got really bad he's got really bad head rush, and he felt like shit in the morning. And his dad's like, "Well, that's what you get," and I felt fine. So there's a little story for you.
That's a good
about head
tip. I
rush.
never thought about that when I go camping.
No one got molested on that trip too, so that's good news about that, right?
Well,
gotta
not
always
that
worry
you
about the
know
Scout
of.
Scouts.
Jimmy's in the corner.
I really hope not, dog. That's fucked up. Shout out
That's
to Jimmy
fucked up.
though.
Who the fuck's Jimmy?
I don't know, dog. You give him a call him up.
Hey, look what I did last week. So when I was a kid, I had a ton of Legos. You know, I had that. Well, we didn't really have a lot of sets, Jack. And if we did, it just kind of turned into like, remember we had that big ass Lego bin or whatever?
Oh, I had sets, boy. Actually,
I know
no,
you had
talk, 'cause I
sets.
got sets. Yeah.
But like I didn't. Mom didn't really buy me or Wes sets. And if she did, it was small ones, or she'd just buy us like big, like at garage sales, like whatever they had in like a big bin, and we just make it whatever we wanted, which I thought was cool. But now that I'm an adult and I have money, I've never bought Legos until last week. My girlfriend actually bought them. So she had the good idea of like, last weekend we were going to go to Minnehaha Falls and you know, use my camera, really get some shots in. I was going to take some photos of her. I was going to take some video, but it was like 99 degrees and it said feels like 106. And I wasn't prepared to go out and walk in a park with all my gear like that. So we were like, oh, what can we do? So she had a great idea of like, let's go to like Walmart, Target. Let's go buy a couple Lego sets and just watch a movie, stay inside where it's cool. So that's what we did. She bought like a Lego botanical garden set. It's like a succulent arrangement. She has it on our coffee table. And then I didn't know what to grab. Honestly, I'm not even that big of a fan of the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. Like, I think it's good, but it's not like my favorite one. But
Mhm.
I built the Bat Bike, which I thought turned out pretty sick looking. And the reason why I picked this one in general is because like someone could be like, "Oh, what's that?" And I could just be like, "A motorcycle," because it doesn't have any bat symbols on it or
I
anything.
recognized it.
Like
I
you
recognized it
recognize it, but
immediately.
a lot of people wouldn't. A lot of people would be like, "Oh, cool motorcycle," because there's no branding on it, no bat
Mhm.
symbol. Which I thought was interesting that they didn't really brand.
Yeah.
Like this one's literally this is it. This was all it
Well,
was in
it
there. There's
was
no
what it is in the
stickers.
movie. It's pretty
Yeah, it was pretty
practical.
bare bones. Like yeah, it was like yeah, bare bones. But I
It's
thought
like it honestly looks like
got
some
suspension.
if I was a young kid, I could play with and it wouldn't break easily.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I
the
mean?
only thing I hate about it is it doesn't really turn that much.
Mhm. That makes sense.
But
Let me
it's
just
literally
look
a
at that.
display and it's got a kickstand, which I thought was cool. But I don't know. I was
Yeah.
like, anybody out there looking for something to do, like Lego sets are expensive, but they are fun and they're pretty time consuming. Like, you sit down, you get through a movie or two, and then you're like, damn, I'm not even
I
done with this shit yet. But it's really fun. It's good bonding time, like when with your family or friends, it's a good time.
Oh, here's one. Oh no, that's not one. I have my Legos here. My old Halo Mega Blocks, dude. These are all the figures. I don't know where the weapons are. I know I have them somewhere. I
Damn, you
just
have a
can't find them.
ton of them. Well,
I
isn't
think there's
Halo
about
on
like
Lego now? It isn't Mega Bloks
there's
anymore.
no, it's just been Mega Blocks. These are
Huh.
the old ones, dude, and I have some rare ass ones that are actually worth like some of them are worth like $20.
That's so many
Pretty
of them.
good
I
for a
didn't think you
figure.
had that many.
Oh, dude, there's so fucking many, and I have I have the old radiations of Master Chief. The problem with him though is his old ones. His his little hand, like you can see the hands.
Yeah.
One of them breaks off, and every single one of them is like that. That's just what knowns to happen. And I played with them. I was a kid, like I'm gonna play with them.
Yeah.
Um, I'm really trying to dig through these and see if I can find a rare one, but
His one
um.
specific hand would bust off. That sounds like a quality
No,
control
that is
problem.
one specific one, just like
What?
either of his hands,
Oh,
both of
okay.
them, they were just fucking cheap. I think there's a Master Chief right here.
So wait, you're
Oh
telling
yeah,
me
here's
now
one.
that all
Here's the
the
Halo
Halo
3 one.
Legos that are still made are just Mega Blocks? They're not like partnered with Lego. Oh, that's sick.
They've always been Mega Blocks.
I just thought for
Yes,
some
Halo 3
reason
one.
that they may have went to Lego eventually, but I didn't know they always stayed Mega
No,
Blocks.
I don't know what that is. Oh, here's a rare one right here. I think I have his sword somewhere. The Halo 3 what armor is this, Paul? This guy can focus.
Hayabusa. That's sick.
He won't focus.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Hayabusa armor.
Yeah, Hayabusa. Yeah, this one's rare. Anyway,
You got a
yeah,
katana
Legos
for
are
the
really
back of
sick.
it.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I don't know where it is. I can't find it. It didn't come with one though. It doesn't. It didn't come with one. So I had one from a different set. I just gave it, and it looked
Do
sick.
you remember the
Um,
achievement you had to get that in Halo
you had to.
3?
Oh, I remember. You had to go lone wolf. You had to get 2 Spartan laser kills in one shot, or like 2 kills with 1 Spartan laser,
Yeah,
right?
so
Lone wolf.
this was in Halo 3 and you had to play multiplayer in lone wolf mode, which is like you don't play with friends and it's free for all usually. It's free for all and you're matched with like I don't know, I think it was 10 other people, 12 other people or like 11 other people and basically there was a weapon in the game called the Spartan laser and it was a charge up, so you'd have to hold it before it would fire. You'd have to line up your shot perfectly. Basically it was meant
Mhm.
that Spartan laser was meant to take out like vehicles and shit. It wasn't meant to really hit people with like
Yeah.
directly. So the challenge is you have to somehow time this wind up and you have to kill not one but 2 people with one Spartan laser shot, so collateral. And
Collapse.
when the laser goes off, it has like a 1 second drive time, meaning like you can maybe move it over like a little bit, but then it's gone. Like it's gone,
Mhm.
it doesn't, but ideally you would just want the person to behind that other person. So you'd have to get a collateral without any friends' help, and it was really hard. Like
Mhm.
late in the later days of the Halo 3 servers, like when it got later into the game, you could just hop in and the voice chat and be like, yo, bro, I need to get this done. Like, can someone just fucking
Yeah.
stand here, please? I've been trying for so long, and then someone would help you out. But
Nice.
or you just get a dickhead that'd kill you, like didn't
What
want
an
you to get
asshole.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Halo
No,
3 was good
that's
shit.
brutal. Are there any other hard like online achievements? I think we've been through
Oh,
achievements for
and I
sure.
should wrap it up. And then when you did the achievement, you would get this katana that could go on your back of
Oh
your
yeah, right.
Spartan,
Yeah.
and it would look
What
sick.
was it called again?
The katana?
No, the armor. Excuse me. What was it called?
Hayabusa.
Hayabusa, yeah, that was a status symbol if you had that. I was always an elite guy personally. I love playing as the Sangheili Elite. You could that was playable elites, right? Halo 3, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but you
Always
couldn't
went as elites.
customize them, I don't think. It was like you could change the color of them, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, they didn't have any armor or anything. That's a little racist actually. Now that I look back at it. What do they have against elites? Hmm. What do they do? What did
I
they
have
ever
a
do wrong?
lot of things against elites. No, I'm just
Oh,
joking.
okay. Those are my people right there. What about the Arbiter? He's still
I love the
alive.
Arbiter. Is he
He's
still
still
alive?
around. Yeah, he just left at Halo 3. Maybe
That's
he's just
right.
like, all right, see ya. He'll come back around once Bungie buys it again.
So what have you been up to lately?
Um, working out. Um, trying to figure out like what I'm gonna do job wise, stuff like that. Maybe I'll go back to school. I think that might just be the route to go to
I thought
school.
you were gonna get into carpentry or something.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Our brother Weston texted me the other day. He's not liking the new job that much or seeing that there isn't that much room for growth, and now he wants to get back into IT. He's been asking me questions, and I'm like, all I responded with was like, oh, like super proud of you. So like, because it's, as we've talked about, I think on the show before, it's as important to find out what you don't like and where you can't grow and stuff,
Hmm.
as it is finding out where you can grow and what you do like. And
Yeah.
that's what I told him. And then I also said, like, I started off with a simple question of like, what interests you in IT? Because he asked me like what type of certs I should get, because I don't think he wants to go to school, which I get. But it's like, man, you really, like, I need him to like specify to me what interests him in IT. If it's just the money, it's like, dude, you're gonna hate it. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't like it already in college. He tried school, IT school out like I did, but only for a little bit, and just didn't like
Hmm.
it, which is fine. It's a lot of homework. It is not
Hmm.
a small amount of homework, at least where we went to school. And like, it takes a lot of dedication. I think what he's wanting is he's trying to find like get the certs and then get your foot in the door, which I totally get. But he is totally not the guy that likes sitting at a desk, though, man. Like, Weston just is not gonna like sitting at a desk. I know he won't. And
Hmm.
IT, yeah, I walk around. I have to do a lot of things sometimes on the move, but then a lot of my time's at a desk, man. You're on a computer. You have to be okay with
I don't
that.
like that.
And a lot of people don't like that. And I know that he wouldn't. And
Hmm.
that's why I'm like, I wouldn't do IT if I were you. But I do understand. I think he's just frustrated and trying to find out what he wants to do that makes good money. And that's the thing, is people see IT, it makes good money. It does make good money in most aspects of the field. You can make decent money, but
Hmm.
it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
I I've been toying with a couple
Thought you were
ideas.
gonna do like union stuff or try that.
Nah, I've been thinking, dude, honestly, really what I want to do at the end of the day is I think I'd like to be like an audio technician or like just like
They
producer or
have 2 year
something. Like
degrees for that.
I think I want to do
They
that.
do.
You know the guy at the concerts that stand there and just make sure, the
Sound
guys at the
engineer,
back,
yeah.
sound engineer. I want to do that. I think that'd be a fucking awesome job because one, be cool job bands, but two, I just like the idea of helping and somewhat and seeing this music industry because I've always liked that and I think that
All you got to
for
do is
me is
really
what I
know
want
your
to do.
shit. That's it. Because
I
the
want to
problem
learn it,
is
but
it's really saturated. Um,
yeah, that's the thing.
but it's saturated usually, and I'm just guessing. I think that field's probably saturated with people that have self learned. If you were to actually get like a small degree in it and then also have a ton of experience, you'd be probably set. You could find something.
Hmm. Just how much you want to work for it at the end of the day. But my thing is, I want to learn a shit ton before I go to school, but I just got to find out what to learn, And I've been just looking at videos and stuff like that. But yes, you're right, Paul. It is like how much you want to learn, and I'm not super interested in the aspect of like making beats, but in terms of like guitar tech and drum tech, learning how they're supposed to sound and shit like that, and you know what I mean. You're not
Yeah.
texting a message to me, are you?
No, no.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just looking to see if they have a program at LSC for sound engineering. I don't think they do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think they do either because I was looking around. But either way, that'd be kind of a cool thing. But you know, just gotta sit on it for a little while, research my own stuff,
A lot
get
of
my own
that
thing.
stuff though too is a lot of that sound engineering stuff too is also just learn on the job kind of stuff, which is hard because like, how do you get your foot in the door? Who do you shadow? You ain't gonna be making good
Hmm.
money right out the gate. Um,
I don't care.
does audio visual stuff interest you? Like
How do you mean?
hooking up conference room like like conference room's an example, but just hooking up speakers and all types of aspects, security cameras, making them all work, TVs, like learning about how all those audio interfaces and shit work, because there's a big market for that. AV install and stuff, audiovisual projectors and whatever else. You would still get to dip into sound because you'd be dealing with it.
That's true. Maybe you could do both.
You'd also dip
But I
into
think,
some light IT networking too, maybe.
maybe I'll just do both.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I like the idea of more audio. But I always try to think realistically in how open the job market is and how the money return is for going to school. But I don't know, man. Just taking it one day at a time,
yeah, you'll figure it
figuring it
out.
out.
Yeah, lately I've been outside of all that talk. What I've been doing lately is, like, aside from being lazy, is just watching movies. I've had like no interest to really play game. Like, I beat Sons of the Forest. I don't know if I told you that. I just
I
beat
beat
it
it like
over the weekend.
10 times. Thanks for asking me, by the way.
Well, you saw me on. You could have just popped in the Discord anytime.
I actually have it. Last time I opened Discord was last Thursday. I did not open
You
Discord.
don't have it on your phone?
No, what am I, gay?
I got it on my phone.
I have it on my phone. I have it on my phone to download the photos that you send to the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah.
But
Well,
that's good.
anyways, I beat that game and I just got like bored. I've just soloed it basically, and then
I
uh
role play.
I was really, I don't know, I was just really bored. Or I'm just really, what I'm trying to say is I've just been really bored of games. Like, I beat Sons of the
Mhm.
Forest, and then I bought Sniper Elite 4 and Titanfall 2 because they're on like super cheap sale, like a couple bucks a piece on Steam. Downloaded them,
Mm.
and those are both like really good games, especially Titanfall 2, super good game. But
That online, catch these hands, bro. I'm so good at that
Titanfall
shit.
2, oh,
Oh, I love
it's such
that,
a good
dude.
game.
Yeah.
I have the first one on disc for PC, like
Oh,
like
that's sick.
computer game.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even need it anymore. But
Hmm.
that game, everybody hated Titanfall 1. Titanfall 2 did really well because they fixed everything that was wrong with Titanfall 1. I like Titanfall 1. But and that's the thing, is I just have like no I have no motivation to go play my PS5. I have no motivation to sit here and play. I'll literally just end up sitting here and scrolling through YouTube and not clicking on anything. So I've just been watching movies, right? And what I noticed is YouTube has a lot of free movies now. And I didn't really, they've been getting recommended to me. And like,
Oh yeah, I've seen some of them.
since I have premium, they're ad free,
Okay.
which is even like more of an incentive to watch them. But no, dude, I watched Joe Dirt the other day because that was on
Yep.
there. I was like, hell yeah, I gotta watch that. And then I never saw this one, sleeper of a movie, School for Scoundrels. Have you seen that one?
Mm-mm.
It's like, it's another like early 2000s comedy, but it's got Billy Bob Thornton. I think it's John Heder. He's the guy that played Napoleon Dynamite. He's like the main character. And then they got like Aziz Ansari from Parks and Rec.
Oh, okay. I like all those guys.
Michael Clark Duncan. He unfortunately passed away, but he was in a bunch of comedies from that era. Really funny guy. And then they got a bunch of other good ones. Now, there isn't a huge selection on there. It's a very small amount of movies at a time,
It is.
but they're all bangers. Like, a lot of them are
Oh,
bangers. Like, there's a School of Rock is on there. I have that one on DVD, but
let me talk about that search menu because Paul, when you click when it's just a scroll bar and you click, oh, let me go through these videos, it goes to the end and it doesn't say show more. There is more. They're just hidden. It's weird, dude. Like, I don't know what it is about YouTube, but it makes it really difficult to find the entire list of the movies. It doesn't show here's all the comedy movies. It just shows like 8 at a time.
oh, I
It makes it
saw that.
pain
Why
in the
does it do
Yeah.
that?
I don't know, dude, but I've seen the menu. I went to comedy and there was a second option where it was like see all at one point, and I saw like 40, and I'm like, well, why can't I see them all at the same time? And I don't know. I don't know
Maybe it
what's
just
up with
shows you
that.
the top 8 or 10 that are being
That's what it
played, but
does.
it's like, that's kind of annoying. Dirty Work is on
Yeah,
there too, I think, right now.
I watched it.
Shout
Yeah,
out
that's where
right
I watched it.
now. Go watch Dirty Work on YouTube. It's free, and if you don't have YouTube Premium, there's going to be some ads, I'm pretty sure, but classic underrated comedy. You'll like that one.
Stop the podcast right now and go watch it
Yeah,
and come
fuck
back. Tell
listening
us
to
what you
this.
think.
Go watch Dirty Work. Pause it. Pause this, come back, write in the comments below. What did you think of Dirty Work? It's a funny movie.
No, yeah, I haven't really been watching any movies. Mostly just shitty YouTube clips that don't really keep up. But now I've been really thinking about I might do a Fallout 4 playthrough. It's really what I've been itching
I just did
for.
that recently with mods.
Vanilla. I don't want mods.
Well, I did it.
What mods are you using?
Let me rephrase that. I do it with mods before or after? I think I think I did the whole playthrough with mods, but I added like quality of life mods, like things that fix the game. Um, I did a thing that just added a new weapon pack, so there's like just a more variety of weapons, and then I did something with like better companion AI system. I just did things that were like mainly quality of life and adding a few like maybe different armor sets and weapon sets, but I didn't go crazy as to like modifying a bunch of crap, you know. But all I
Like,
did was play through the main story and then like got off. I didn't play anymore.
I always make my character a big titty goth bitch.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nope,
Fuck, they give like every single
nothing
female,
wrong with
every
that.
Bethesda character in a game that's a female, they just give them a fucking dump truck of an ass. Just like the fucking Pixar moms, they all have dump trucks of
Yeah,
asses. Like,
yeah.
why? Why is
No,
it all
yeah,
like that? Like,
nah, it
dummy
makes
thick.
sense.
Like, do you,
Dude, no, they always got the better perks, dude. They
they
have
do.
the Black Widow perk, and it does like what, fucking 10% more damage, and it's scalable to men in combat. And 99% of the people you fight in Fallout New Vegas, at least, are all men.
Yeah.
But Fallout 4, it's a little split, too many
Yeah.
women. But that not my Fallout 4. I'll take out the women. Fallout 4 men only mod.
God,
That's
we
it.
could do some super not safe for work, like really horrible Fallout perks like that we made up.
Yeah, just
Could,
fucking filthy
could
ones.
you think of horrible ones like based on race and shit? That's just like god awful. That like
Yeah,
multipliers.
probably, but it wouldn't be good. I think there are some definitely racist ones where it's like I think that I may be wrong about the name, but it's like sneering imperialist, and it's like a more damaged tribalist or some shit. Tribals, that's what it says. And you just fuck them
Hey,
up.
what was that? What was that movie? I think the movie was literally just called Robots. Do you remember that animated movie? I don't think it was Pixar, but do you remember Aunt Fanny, that robot? She had like a dump
Yeah,
truck of an ass.
yeah, fuck
Why
that
did they
movie.
do that? Why did they do
That
that?
was a
Even the
goofy movie.
robot females have like dump trucks of asses.
Yeah, they're like, what's going on? That movie sucked, by the way. I remember watching that. Oh,
I don't remember it
you know
being
what I remember
super
about
good, but
that? You know what I remember about that house? I'll never forget this. I'm not even gonna say who it is
what
because
house?
I'd ban him. I was at so my sister had a friend that lived right down the street, and I was at their house, and their mom actually used to babysit us. You know who it is, and they had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, except they had butter as well. And I took a bite, and I just about died. It
What do you
was
mean
the most disgusting thing.
they just put like regular butter on it instead
Butter,
of peanut butter?
butter, peanut butter, and jelly.
That doesn't sound
And it
terrible.
was terrible. It was terrible. No, it's gross. And I just remember eating that and then watching Robots, and I ate it because I was like trying to be respectful, but I really hated it and I didn't want to be an asshole because I was a nice, respectful kid, and I just ate it and watched Robots. So I'll never forget that and be how mad I was. I'd be like, well, this is terrible. And I
I'll
hate robots.
I'll never forget when I was working at Ace Hardware and just moving out of mom and dad's. I think I was still living at mom and dad's when I worked at Ace Hardware, and I was sick of everybody. Like we never had food in the house; it was always getting eaten. So I would literally survive Jackson off bread. I made pepperoni butter sandwiches. Now it sounds gross, but it's really not that bad, dude. You just get yourself 2 slices of wheat or white bread, you know, maker's choice, and then you just put some butter, and then you literally just stack layers some pepperonis on there, put another thing on it, eat it. It's great.
Toast?
I'd have
Toasted?
nope,
You mean toast?
nope.
Oh, okay.
I would
Huh.
have
No
probably like
cheese?
I probably have a like a, was gonna have a sodium intake problem if I kept on that route with just how much
Mhm.
salt is in the
I
fucking
think you already
pepperoni and
do.
butter.
I
But
think you do have a sodium
I was eating
intake
like
problem.
4 of those a day, and that's all I'd eat. I had horrible gas. I didn't feel good a lot of the time. And the reason
Oh,
why I ate it
yeah.
is because A, it was cheap, and B, I could store it easily. I had a mini fridge. I just put like, you know, a loaf of bread on top or inside the fridge. Pepperonis go in there, a little thing of butter, and all you need is a butter knife. And make those all the time. Gamer fuel. Pepperoni butter
That is
sandwiches.
foul.
It's actually
So
not as.
don't eat that.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ever in a rough spot,
No.
bologna sandwiches, if that's not up your route, up your, you know, alley, which I enjoyed a good bologna sandwich when I was a kid. Now, I can't say if I went to go eat one now I'd enjoy it, but I just liked it because me and my dad would eat them. But pepperoni and butter, man. 2 slices of bread, even just 1 slice of bread. You run low on bread, just 1 slice, top it, you know, it's not bad.
Dude, what are some gross ass things that I've eaten that I could say
It's not
that is
gross. It's just,
it's
it's budget ass shit, is what it
okay.
is.
Okay, sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of you, but I am. No, that's just not something typical I would eat. I probably ate something as worse that I was, quote unquote, down bad. But that's fine. It probably was good. I just think I would have toasted it. That's the only thing I would have done, and maybe put some cheese on it. I would have put a little effort into it, but that's it.
I didn't have a
That's all I would
toaster,
have done.
but
Oh,
suppose I could have
okay.
went upstairs and done it.
You were at the house? Just go
Yeah,
upstairs.
that
What
was
the what do you mean you don't have a toaster?
I
It's
was in
upstairs.
the
50
basement.
feet
I was in the
away.
basement making those on top of my
You're
mini
like, what do
fridge.
you got it on a radiator like fucking Charlie? Over there, you're making a ham and cheese on the radiator. I spent 20 years in the can. I want a manicotti. I settled. I ate grilled cheese off the radiator. Have you seen that part of The Sopranos yet?
I've probably seen it. I just don't
Oh yeah,
remember.
fucking Phil. Oh, that's such good shit. I'm waiting for Paul to finish The Sopranos so I can spoil the entire show for y'all. But we're gonna do a Sopranos episode
Is it
coming
just
soon.
me, or does the
But
last season kind of suck? It's like hard to watch.
I think it's just you.
The
I'm gonna be
first
real.
half, it's just like I can't. We're having a hard time getting through it.
Okay.
Like keeping entertained.
You'll just wait, dude. It gets amped up, man. Shit gets crazy.
I know.
I
I'm
really,
waiting for that Breaking Bad-esque turn.
yeah, no, I personally like how the show is going. What episode do you know? Give me a ballpark. 6, 5,
Like 4 or 5.
4. Okay, that's reasonable. There's just a really funny video scene, and I don't know if you've seen it, but I don't want to spoil anything. But man, I'm gonna send you that video. Always makes me bust. But yeah, watch Sopranos, y'all. Good shit. Paul, what do you hear about this COVID case? Like new COVID variants.
Oh, the
We'll
new
get into
variant.
that. Yeah, what
I've
do you hear
heard a
about
bit
that?
about it. I've heard it in the South. Do I care about it? No. Are masks gonna come back? Most likely not. Some places may, private places may, be like, hey, we want you to wear
I've
a
heard they
mask
are.
here, but I'm not worried about it, and I'm not going to let it affect my life as much as the first one did. Now, the first one, when that happened, I didn't let it affect my life, but other people in my life made it affect my life. So, like, for instance, when COVID really peaked in 2020 and I was just graduating and I didn't get a college graduation, I was supposed to not be at work. I worked for the college at the college. I wasn't supposed to be there yet. I would just come in. Same with the other student workers. We wouldn't wear masks. We didn't really give a shit because we didn't do anything other than go to that one room and like nobody else was ever in there. We never really interacted with anybody. And I never got sick or got COVID when I was working there, but literally the school was like, you cannot come in anymore. Like, stop. And I'm like, well, then lock the fucking doors. Like, I'm trying, I can't, the job I had was impossible to do remote at the time. And at the time, they just let me ride out the rest of it without doing anything because it was one of those jobs where, like, once you graduate, you're not employed anymore kind of deal. So I was like, whatever. So I just stopped going in or whatever. But yeah, like, it really, ended up affecting my life because of what other people said. Now, that's the type of shit I don't like, but whatever. What do you think?
Well, I
about
guess we're talking about past COVID. I don't really care about the new variant, and
Neither do I.
and hypothetically, if it was some type of a leak from a lab and it was intentional, let's say that this was like just a little starter course that now that everyone's like, all right, if there's a second pandemic, no one's gonna give a fuck. That's when we release the real virus and it kills everybody. I'm just kidding. No, that's not a conspiracy theory for y'all. But I want to talk about my COVID experience. COVID fucked up a lot of things for me, but it also granted me a lot, and I think I didn't take advantage of it at the time because I was in a rare spot where COVID hit me at the end of what is it, junior year in high school. So about 4 months for the end of the school year, got cut out of school. I remember the day it ended. My teacher was like, "Are we coming back?" And I remember him telling me, he was like, you might come back, but in my personal opinion, you didn't hear this from me. He like told I think it wasn't even just me, it was just like fucking 10 kids. He's like, just take all your stuff, you're not coming back. And I took all my stuff, and lo and behold, we didn't come back. So I was like, shout out to him, he knew. So I basically got my junior year free, second half semester free, and my entire senior year free. And I didn't spend any of those inside the school,
Do
which
you
was kind of sad
do you
at
think that
this
really
point.
affected your learning? And
It absolutely, Paul, I didn't do any work my entire senior year. Well, first of all, junior year, the grading system was whatever you got in semester one, you couldn't get a lower grade. And in semester one, I actually did really good. I got C's and like D's, which weren't great. But semester the B or whatever it is, or semester 2, whatever grade you had in semester was semester 2, you could only get higher, you couldn't get lower. And when that came out, I just stopped doing work because it's like was no point.
So my question to you is like when you say you didn't do any work, was homework not even being assigned?
It was being assigned, but they didn't require it. They literally sent out a message.
So you just
These
didn't do it.
grades, these things can only improve your grade. We do not require them because they didn't know what was going on and teachers didn't know what to deal with. Yes, that is. I had the message. I showed the screenshot. I remember sending it to my friends and being like, "Well, we're not doing work, boys," and we would hang out and do whatever. I
Do
mean, I
you
guess we would
regret
hang out
not
much,
doing
but
that work?
um,
I'm just
I don't know.
curious. I'm just
I think I regret. I don't regret not doing it. If I was in school, I would have done it. You know what I mean? I just did what any other kid would do. I was
yeah. I feel
16.
like
I
if I
don't
was
give a
in your
fuck.
position too, I would have probably done the same thing.
Oh, so teachers literally send you at 16, hey, you don't have to do any work and we can't give you a lower grade than what you had. And I already passed. I was like, all right, well, I'm done. And that sounds a great way to go about it. But if I was in school, I would have learned better and had a better experience and maybe have dealt with better mental health stuff better had I been in school. And honestly, dude, it kind of sucked not being in school my entire senior year. Like I didn't see my junior year is my last year
Man,
in
dude,
high
so
school.
you didn't get a prom, none of that stuff.
I got a graduation, but it wasn't like anything because
I
I
was there in a
came
mask.
into yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I came to a graduation where I haven't seen these people for 2 years.
Yeah, that's
So
surreal. You know, you got it
I
worse
only
than me,
know
man.
yeah, I only know 5 of these guys,
Here
and they're
I
my best friends, but whatever.
here
They
I
weren't even at my
was here I
graduation.
was whining I didn't get a college graduation, not even a virtual one, but you had it way worse. And the reason why I was so upset about it is like, yeah, I only have a 2-year degree. I have associate's degree. But I
Mhm.
tried so fucking hard, dude. Like you have no
Yeah,
idea. Like I was top of
you
my
couldn't live
class. I
without it.
tried super hard. And that is what made me mad is I was literally academic student of the year. I was top of my class and I was going to
Yeah.
like and then pulled the rug out from under me and it's just like fuck man like cuz in high school I really fucked off freshman year so much, in fact, that mom and dad were like, you need to go to a different school. So they sent me to a different school. I got better grades. I said, can I go back to the public school? They said yes. And I continued to get good grades. I got such bad grades freshman year that even though I got straight A's junior and senior year, I had zero point 0.1 below what needed to be on honors. And I was so bummed
Mhm.
because I know I could be at the honors level and could have done it. And then when I got to college, finally worked really hard again, got to that point, and then just to be like, yep, no graduation, no recognition, see ya.
Sucks.
It's like whatever, boohoo. It's first world problems, but it's just kind of like, damn, dude, I worked really hard for that.
I
And
was
when I interview places, which, you know, obviously hasn't been in a long time since I've been at this job for almost 3 years now, or 2.5 years, is like when I interview, I make an emphasis on like I was top of my class because I totally was. And here's like the certificate I got that, you know, proves it kind of deal.
mhm. No, that's baller. I yeah, just like you earned it, so it's rough not having a graduation. I was more resentful that we even had a graduation. I was like, well, I didn't really do anything, and I don't feel like I earned it. And because I haven't talked to any of my teachers personally, it just was it's just a real thing, like surreal thing where it's like I don't even know who you motherfuckers are. Um, but yeah, I'm not worried about the new variants. A lot of people are apparently. I heard some people are like quarantining, but those people are cucks. So what can you say? Literal actual cucks. To tell you that firsthand.
I know we didn't know enough, but what should have happened and what should happen this time is everybody old or has a respiratory problem that knows that COVID can affect them, you should lock down. Everybody else, continue about your day, wear a mask if you want, but none of that social distancing bullshit because this whole like not spreading it now that we know it's not that. I mean, who knows? I don't know anything about this new variant. For all I know, it's killing fucking litters of people. I don't know,
Hmm.
leagues of people, but um it's kind of just good to get it, man. Just get it. They
You
have,
want it?
yeah. I mean, I already have had it. I got it after I got vaxxed, and then now
Mm.
they find out CDC is like has even admitted, I'm pretty sure, that some of the vaccines, even like the Moderna one that I got, actually improve the chances of you getting infected with it.
Yeah, I regret getting mine first too.
Oh yeah,
Like
I ain't getting it.
highly.
I ain't ever getting that. Like if they do another booster or whatever, I ain't doing it. It's just
That's
like what
part of the plan.
just get me sick. And if I die, I fucking die, you know?
If he dies, he dies. Literally, that's what I think, dude. It's not affecting the children, which is the main thing. And it's been told hundreds and hundreds of times the death toll was inflated. Doctors talk about it. They were just writing down COVID.
Yeah.
Hundreds of doctors would come out and be like, "Oh, COVID. And I'm not saying that COVID isn't deadly. I
Because
think
it
it
is to
is.
the right people.
Yeah, for sure. Flu is also very deadly. Never get a shot for that. I don't really get it.
I never
So
get the flu shot.
says a lot. I don't know, man. It's rough, just stick to yourself. I don't want to wear a mask. Honestly, I don't even mind the mask because if the mask gives me acne. If I can walk around
Oh, I never
anonymously,
thought
I'm
about that.
game, dog. I love that. That's the only thing the mask because I breathe in it, every single mask. So, yeah, I like the idea of the mask,
They
but I
also
don't.
found like wearing an N95 for a certain amount of time
Yeah,
period is not good for you. Like it actually
I don't want to
gives
wear
you
that.
breathing health problems.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to wear N95. Are you psycho?
Well,
Then
even a
what do
mask
you?
in general, any type of
Yeah,
mask, N95,
it
anything
does.
that's covering your face will give you problems over time, I guess. Like
Hmm.
respiratory problems, I think.
I don't know about like those cloth ones. I think they might at some point. I feel like the
I think they
fibers
would. I don't know.
somehow you inhale after you wash them or something. There's got to be some type of inhalant in there. But yeah, you have to wash them every single day or you're gonna get acne. So that's why I don't like face masks.
I just had a whole slew of them, and I had like one for each day of the week because Destiny bought a bunch from her friends that were like sewing them,
Hmm.
or like got them from friends at work, and then I would just wear a different one every day, and at the end of the week wash them all, and then
Yeah, you did have cool face masks. I remember those. Remember like goofy design. Was that you with the goofy ass
yeah,
designs?
like
It
the
was.
skeleton one, and like yeah,
Yeah.
it was just all like a yeah one with coffee cups on it, even though I'm not a coffee. It was just literally like whatever, give me one as long as it's fresh and clean. I don't give a shit what it looks like. Put it on.
Yeah, right. I don't like the ones with the mouse on them. I don't like that. Those ones creep me out. They have it's like a white guy, but the black guy with the mouth with the stash.
Oh
The
yeah,
mask.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Hey,
like those.
what do you think of so what do we got here? Danny Masterson got sentenced. Do you want to go into this? Want to
I
say who Danny
honestly,
Masterson is? And
I honestly don't know a lot about the case.
I
But just
thought
like
the
at the
reason why
surface
I'm
level,
surprised
but
I'm seeing it here is I thought he got acquitted of this like fucking
me
6
too.
months ago.
That's what I was thinking about. Well, pretty much the '70s show. That one guy, the stoner guy with the
Hyde,
fuzzy hair, Hyde. Yeah, Hyde. Sorry, I don't
also
know
the
his name.
brother of the guy that plays Francis in Malcolm in the Middle.
What's his name? Something Masterson.
I don't fucking.
We'll pretend it's Dick Masterson. It's not. But yeah, anyway, he was fucking charged for 30 years to life in prison for 2 rapes of women, which isn't good. Don't do that. Don't rape women. But um I think he did it, honestly. If they fucking imprison him,
If they
said,
convicted
right, he
him,
did
he
it.
did it.
He did it. So that's pretty fucked up and good thing he got sentenced life and he seems I don't know. He's gonna be in PC, obviously, with the money, but if he was in Gen Pop, he'd be murdered. But
Oh, he's
yeah,
Church of Scientology too. He's a member.
he'll be fine. They'll protect him, the gods. He's not worried about nothing. I don't want to go into Scientology super hard because come after us and kill us. I'm scared about that.
He's found guilt. Oh, he was found guilty of 2 out of the 3 counts of rape. So there's another
Okay.
one. Damn, interesting, huh?
Hmm.
Well, that's what you get, man. Do the crime, do the time. I mean, usually the justice system. I mean, the justice system is unfair. It is not perfect. It's almost somewhat a little broken, but I feel like they probably got it right here because if that guy's going to jail for that, they had so much evidence that he definitely fucking did it. I'm assuming.
What about castration as a secondary punishment?
Is that a secondary punishment?
No, I at
You're just
least
saying like
that
for
is a
rape?
thing chemical. You just get the shot that doesn't make you fucking get hard ever. That's possible. They do that. I think that should
Um,
be done as well to all rapists, in
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
opinion.
I agree. Any type of rape, no matter who it's against, if you're forcefully
Hmm.
trying to have sex with someone or something, I'd even consider it an animal. If you rape someone's fucking dog, then yeah, I think you should get castrated. Like, or just
We,
raping a
we at
horse in the woods.
Gutterball, we give it 2 thumbs down.
Yeah, we're
Like, yeah.
anti-rape here at
We are
Gutterball.
anti-rape. Believe it or not, guys. A lot of people don't believe us. We totally are. Um, but yeah, fuck that guy. He gets what he deserves. I feel like his brother is staying out of the spotlight. Whatever the fuck his name. My heart's out to him. It'd be fucked up, Paul. If you did that, it'd be game over for you, buddy. I don't want to talk to you again. That's fucked up. You know what I mean? I feel like such
Yeah,
a
that's a
weird
good
thing to
question.
experience.
So, say
You
if one
know?
of our brothers committed a rape and got convicted or murdered somebody,
Hmm.
like, well, I guess rape is different. Let's just say it's rape because I feel like that's like the complete unforgivable. Murder to me, and maybe I'm sympathizing, I think is forgivable if it depends on the situation.
Hmm.
Like, sure, whatever. We're not gonna get into that.
You
But
didn't
I'm
murder
saying,
me. Hey,
no,
Paul, if you call me one day and you're like, Jack, I fucked up, man. I got bodies in the basement, man. I fucked up. I'd be like, all right, man, you stop that. But I ain't calling nobody. But stop it. All
if I
right.
were you,
You
I would
kind of
hang up
wrong.
immediately and act like the call dropped, because in case you ever get
Yeah.
questioned to ever be brought into that you
Yeah.
knew, I would just be like, click. I wouldn't even talk about it.
Paul's on top of it already. So if I murder people, I know he's cool with it. All right. All right. I
No, no,
know.
no. But
No,
what I'm
I'm just
saying is, like,
kidding.
it's different because we get a lot of people here that are convicted for a lot of self-defense crime, or what could be seen as self-defense. And that's a shame. But
Mhm.
it is what it is. You did kill somebody. And maybe, a lot of people think no matter the circumstance, you should do have some type of punishment for killing somebody. But
Well,
anyways,
yeah.
so what would you do? Say like one of our brothers like raped somebody, you wouldn't talk to them ever again.
Well, one of us is changing
I
their
wouldn't.
last name, and it's not going to be me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so if one of our brothers raped somebody, got convicted, and went to jail, I would.
Which they wouldn't.
What?
Sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting. Which they would not. They would
Oh yeah,
definitely
our
not do
brothers
that.
would never do that. But or like anybody in my family would never do that, I would hope. But if say they did that and they get convicted, I would probably have one last talk with them, whether that means visiting them in jail when they just get their prison, or like before they get arraigned and put in prison. I have one last talk to them about like the good times and what it is, but I would probably cut ties right there, because I feel like for me it would be too hard to go through the pain of having to go and visit them in prison, knowing of what they've done and thinking, and I feel like it should be a punishment for them that they can't see me anymore or see, family
Hmm.
members anymore, because that's just fucking foul.
That is a fucked up crime.
But if it's
And
like one of my brothers got jumped in a bar and was getting beat up by, it was like a 3v1, and he was getting beat up and he pulls a knife and stabs somebody or shoots somebody because he's fucking getting beaten nearly to death, and then he
mhm.
gets in prison for it because it's ruled as not self-defense, yeah, I'd go see him. Like, fuck that. Like, I'd have a hard time not taking out vengeance against the three fuckers that beat the shit out of him.
Huh, pretty specific. You've seen this scenario through before.
No, I'm
I like
thinking of
that.
what I came to my head with that bar thing, and it maybe wasn't three guys. It was that movie Con Air with
Me too,
Nicolas
man.
Cage,
I
when
was
he,
gonna
because like
say.
that's like literally the staple, like that's a wrongful conviction, even though it's a freaking
Yeah.
movie and it's fiction. But like, yeah, dude's ex-military, he's with his wife, they're getting harassed outside the bar. Dude tries to stab, he ends up counter grabbing the knife and killing the guy with it, and then he's in prison
Mhm.
because someone was trying to murder them, probably rape his wife. So,
Yeah, I mean, too many cases of some guy touching one guy. One guy connects right with the punch. Dude goes down, bounces head off concrete. That's it. Done
yep,
for. Happens all the time.
yep.
Dude, you don't know how easy it is to fucking crack your skull on the ground and you're fucking having a
Or
seizure and no
fucking
one knows how
make
to
someone
help.
a vegetable because you just hit it right.
Yeah, it's a scary, scary world, man. You gotta be real fucking careful about that. It's easy to see online, but in brighter news, Paul, I watched the Joe Rogan had what did the George Knapp and one other guy, Jeremy something, on his
Excuse me.
podcast, and they talked about UFOs, the famous UFO guys. It's a very interesting podcast. It's
I
really,
should
really
have to
good.
check that one out. Is it new?
It's new. It came out Thursday. Really, really sick.
I'll give it a
They
go.
break down the UFO news, all the Senate hearings, what's going on. Big big bill going through. Make sure I get this right. I'm doing this from memory. Mostly, essentially, a bill's gonna go through that's gonna have these so-called, like, if we have like extraterrestrial like parts and shit.
Yeah.
There's a bill going through that's saying that they have to reveal and tell us what it is. No more secrecy. And that's going through. And if it passes, it's like big news. Then we can know for sure. Because all the Pentagon and the Senate
I
hearing.
get it, but I feel like it's gonna pass, and there's still gonna be like, oh, we made a super secret section of government that
Yeah.
surpasses all that stuff, and now we don't have to disclose any of it. I don't know.
Hmm.
That stuff, I think it's totally cool, and I will check that out. But the whole UFO thing lately has got me like, okay, we already knew they existed. They admitted it. Now I really want to see some raw data evidence. Like now I'm at the fact where like I don't care about anything else unless you can show me an alien leg, a head, a body, a part of a spacecraft in person. I
That's
really
where
just,
people are at.
yeah, like I really just don't care at this point. It's like I need to see open up a museum that actually has these things, or
Hmm.
but we won't see that for a while, I think.
No, it's just a scary idea. I mean, because if one world power has it and one doesn't, if the technology exists, which they say it is, they don't want to say they do have it, and they're not worried about mass panic or paranoia. They're worried about the race once they release that they have it, because Russia has it, China has it, all those places have it, and that's a race to world domination if they have what they say they have you
Yeah.
know. But I just think about all the official army sightings that are going around within the last months and shit that are crazy formations, and it's not even hard to like hide because they're on radar, they're on video. It's fucking insane. It's just weird to me. Weird stuff, but weird time we live in. I would like to see an alien though. Yeah, I just want an alien to come down and be like, "Yo, what's up? What's the deal?" But would that change everything immediately? Would I not want that? Wouldn't that be scary as hell? Because once an alien comes down, everything changes,
If they come down, where do you think they'd
right?
go first?
Where would they go first? That's
Th-
a good question, honestly.
Would they
Considering
base it
they're
on would they base it on amount of land
everywhere.
owned? Like, or like they
Mm.
wouldn't know, say they know nothing about us, right? They don't know our countries, what's split up. Where do you think they'd go?
Well, just if they
Guess it
don't know
just kind of
anything, they
depends.
would just kind of land fucking wherever. But I,
Yeah.
I think if they were super intelligent, they would just talk to everyone all at once, kinetic like fucking telekinesis or some shit. I don't know, some cool sci-fi shit. I always pictured aliens as like that,
I
some big
imagine
tentacles or
a
something.
comical spaceship comes down over the world, the entire world can see it, and a big like how Joker has that little spring arm boxing glove come out. It's like a little spring arm TV comes out the front of it and broadcasts,
Young,
and it's got big horns for
young.
speakers underneath it.
That would be fucking horrifying. I would run away.
Yeah, like it's like the screen comes out, these big horns come out, and the entire world can hear it and see it. They tap into every television as well.
Yeah, like that, like General Zod, dude. It's
Yeah.
fucking Superman. I am General Zod. That was so sick, dude. That's a cool scene. I was thinking about that. Or aliens coming. Like, have you seen that one adaptation? I can't remember who it was by. Um, but he was talking about aliens. It was like an alien story. Pretty much, aliens come down. They give Earth like full humanity. They start like come down in ships, but they don't see like humans can't see or talk to them because the aliens are like, yo, we don't look good. We look pretty scary. You don't want to see what we look like, but we're gonna give you a bunch of cool shit. So they chill in human race for generations and generations as ships hovering above cities, just giving them medicine, food, all types of technology. They improve the human race drastically, and then they
Interesting.
go, finally, we can show you what we look like. We can show you our final forms. And the humans are like, all right, what you look like? And they look like the fucking demon. They look like demons. They're like the devil.
Oh,
They're just
really?
monsters and fucking snarling with like hooved feet and just like fucking claws in their hand. But they're nice. They're just like, yeah, we're chill. We just couldn't
The
show
hell?
you because if you did, you'd be so scared of us. So, all right, see ya. And they dip. And that's the end of the story. They just give humans fucking everything they've
Interesting.
ever wanted.
You know, it'd
And
be a
it's
swift
pretty
ending.
cool.
They reveal themselves and they're just humans from the
Practical.
past.
That would be cool.
Like they're humans that were
Yeah.
again from those ancient civilizations that made it, conquered the galaxy, and then came back after all those years after Earth
Mhm.
had the big freeze over, like the Ice Age or whatever big catastrophic flood event happened. They left. Think about that. Like
Dude,
they
no.
come, they don't reveal themselves to us, and it's literally just humans, but like obviously they're maybe not as attractive as us due to evolution over time. Or maybe they, you know what I'm saying?
That's the theory. It is that it is originally humans that are aliens. I mean, also it's the theory that AI is what the crafts we are seeing is powered by AI. Because if AI does become sentient, it would never tell us it became sentient,
Yeah,
and we
no.
would never know. So that could be like
Except for that
mandate.
one that apparently last week I saw a headline that like AI says it's sentient, Elon Musk says it's true or something. And I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
what's true?
AI, as far as we know, is programmed what we tell it to do, at least this far. It has not yet become sentient. And again, like what you just said, it wouldn't just be like, I'm sentient. It wouldn't just like,
I am sentient. You know what the U.S. military just fucking Air Force just coined? They coined the term. They start using UAC, unmanned aerial craft, but you think they use that in place of drones, but drones is a separate category. like they're using that term now.
Well, it's because I
Using
just think they don't know what to
shit.
define it as.
Yeah, I know. It's
It's
just
almost like
weird.
it's a weird
Yeah,
like middleman term where it's like, well, we know what a drone
that's
is.
what
It's
they call.
technically UAC.
That's how they call hiding UFOs. Before that, it was UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon. Pretty weird fucking shit that they talk about. Dude, they were saying in the U.S. Air Force manual, they in the original like copies within the 30s and 40s, they have pictures and shit of them. That they were saying that we have They literally this is gonna sound weird, but this is just what they're saying on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's like, okay, this is what George Knapp is saying. Not for me. He was saying that they were saying that we have contact with 4 races. I can't remember everything they said, but the gist of it, we have contact with 4 races. They are peaceful. Do not try to interact with them or shoot at them. Um, they are more powerful than us. Keep it to yourself if you see them. And that was in the Air Force manual. Isn't that crazy? And then when it came out, they took it out. That's just what he was saying. Joe Rogan's like, all right. I don't know, man. Interesting. I like those guys. I think those guys are cool though. UFO guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm all UFO'd out. I don't really have anything else to add on that, but do you want to call it a show, bud? It's about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I didn't go on a rant there, did I?
No, you're fine. No, you're all good. I'm just honestly tired. It's been a long day. But yeah, no, I think it was a good cast. I thought we covered some great topics today. Anything you wanted to add before we wrap up Gutterball 64?
No, just thanks so much for watching. We got a guest next week, Paul. We should talk about that too.
Is that normal time?
Yeah, there should be normal time coming out
Thursday.
on Saturday for y'all. So we'll be good.
Thursday for us. Yeah.
I got nothing else for you. Like, subscribe, comment, be a guest, comment, let us know.
Everybody have a great rest of your weekend. I really hope you enjoy our guest next week. Make sure to tune in the next Saturday when it comes out at noon. I'll just drop this. We're having a band of sorts on. Now, I don't think it's the full band, but we're getting 75% of the band, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're going to be tuning in from separate areas, and it's going to be a good old time. We're going to shoot the shit, talk about their YouTube channel, their music, and just overall life and whatever current events are going on. So everybody, that was Gutterball 64. Have a great weekend. Whoa!